Hey farts. So, I've been meaning to make this video for a while about embarrassing moments that come up when you're trying to fall asleep. And no, it's not about being embarrassed in bed. We can talk about that in a different video. That would be a whole different thing. That this is about when, you know, when your mind starts to drift and you start thinking about what tomorrow is gonna be like, or even worse, you start reliving the day that you just finished. Or even worse, you start reliving events from your past. You just play scenes over and over in your mind of flashes of what you remember happened to you. This is especially bad when the moment that you're replaying is an embarrassing one. Like that time you guys caught me picking my wedgie, or like that time that you guys caught me picking my nose, or that time you guys caught me being awesome. And then you're like, oh, no! Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, ow. But you can't. Then you start to actually have a physical reaction to this. Your stomach hurts a little, your adrenaline starts rushing.
You are tense.
And all the while you've done nothing at all except lay in bed. Now call me crazy, but that seems crazy. Human beings are fascinating. We have this incredible ability to feel like we're in a life or death situation just by thinking. Our minds are very powerful. Which is all the more reason why we should all work on having control over our minds. I'm doing this a lot. First of all, you need to know that you are the only one that can control your thoughts. I said this in a blog post once and someone replied by saying, well, not really. Sometimes you have reactions and emotions that you can't control. I'm not trying to be mean, but that made me laugh. If you can't control your brain, then who does? I actually instantly pictured like a tiny little man inside my brain, like turning gears and planting little things in for me to think about. Yeah, that just doesn't exist. As much as we all hate to admit it, we are in charge of our lives. We're in charge of how we feel and what we think about and what we do. I'm very lucky that I met someone right out of college who handed me Don't Sweat the Small Stuff and a bunch of other audiobooks, and he was just like, you should, you know, listen to these. I think they'll help you. And I said, okay. Richard Carlson in Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calls that thing at night when you can't fall asleep, he calls it thought attack. Eckhart Tolle calls it being identified with your mind. Whatever you call it, you need to get control over it. Your own method for doing so is totally up to you. Personally, when I find myself reliving an embarrassing moment in my head, I do the following. First of all, I don't tense up and try to push the thought away. I let it come. I tell myself it's okay that I'm thinking about this right now, and I try and observe how it's physically making me feel. It's actually super fascinating to do this. The first time that you're gonna do it now after you see this video, because it'll happen to you and then you'll be like, maybe I'll try that thing. Why not? It's crazy, because you just kind of get calm and observe like, oh, my stomach's starting to hurt. Oh, my heart's going a little bit faster. I find that when I'm trying to fall asleep and I'm thinking about a lot of stuff, I do this. It doesn't matter where my hands are, you know, all the different sleeping positions, but I'll realize that I've been clenching my fists. I have to physically go, stop, like, calm down. But I do it all the time. I'll just be thinking about what I have to do tomorrow, and I realize I'm doing this. I don't know how long in my life I've been sleeping like this, or trying to fall asleep like this, but it's no wonder that I've always had insomnia. Not insomnia. Then I take a deep breath and I smile. This probably sounds really dumb, but your brain takes cues from your body. And when you smile, it sends messages to your brain telling you that you're happy and that you're okay and that you're not dying and no one's attacking you or pointing and laughing at you. And you start to relax a little. Next, I think about that embarrassing situation. This part's very important. I forgive myself for whatever it was that I did. Maybe I made a really stupid comment in front of someone that I very much respect and didn't mean to say that, but it just bleh, 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 bleh. I just said it. Or maybe I fell down in front of a bunch of people. It was okay, I'm okay, they probably forgot about it. Forgiving yourself for something that you did a long time ago, just thinking I forgive myself, it's okay, also probably sounds dumb. It works for me. I mean, think about it. If the thing that you did isn't affecting you negatively right now, then how can it be important? Forgive yourself. Stop holding those memories hostage. Allow them the freedom to leave your brain and make room for lots of other more important things. Finally, I remember that the embarrassing thing that happened to me was only embarrassing because there were people witnessing it. If you do something embarrassing when you're alone, it can't be truly embarrassing. Embarrassment is a group effort. So I guess I've done a few stupid things when I was alone that I felt embarrassed about, but then I just blog about it and it becomes a funny story rather than an embarrassing one. And anyway, people can relate to your embarrassing moment. You're just sharing in the fun that everyone has in their brains. Speaking of which, you need to take comfort in the fact that the people who witnessed your embarrassing moment most likely don't remember it unless you remind them of it. Everyone else's brain is all filled up with all the stupid shit they've ever done, so why do they remember the stupid shit that you've done? Unless you're a really awful person and they hate you. But that's probably not true. I know that might be kind of hard to believe, but it actually relates to a blog post that I wrote a few months ago, which I will link to below. It talked about how you have a lot of insecurities that you concentrate on, but a lot of other people don't even notice, and we sort of sabotage ourselves by pointing them out. I have a pimple right here. I covered it up with makeup, but I needed to say it so you can't say it to me, because that would hurt my feelings, because you tell me something that I already know. So those are my tips. If there's anything that you take away from this video, it's just that you control your mind. Bye, farts.